Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to a brand new episode of Late Night Lake Show's Fast Break, our daily YouTube series breaking down the Los Angeles Lakers into bite-sized conversations. It is your hosts, Ricky and Alex, and as always, we're here for a good time, not a long time. So let's just get right into it, Alex. You ready?
Let's do it, man.
Let's do it, bro. So the Lakers started off the season 0-2, and obviously these first two games of the year, at the very most, right, they were toss-ups. The Lakers were not projected to win either of these games, but the reason why we're coming to you guys today is to talk about the big elephant in the room. And no, it's not Russell Westbrook. There gets to be a time when you're watching professional sports and we always talk about, oh, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard, and just give it your all, dive on the floor, go for loose rebounds, play solid defense. But at the end of the day, man, if you're not knocking down threes in the year of our Lord 2022, you're going to lose damn near every basketball game that you go out to play. And the Lakers are putting that on full display today. Alex, the league average for three-point shooting last year was 35%. Through two games, the Lakers are shooting 22% from three-point range. What the hell and how the hell is this team going to improve?
I mean, look, man. The optimist in me says it's only 2 games. They'll find their groove and get better. But the truth is, we everybody knew 3-point shooting was going to be an issue for this team. Like everybody coming into this season, and through 2 games, it's been an issue. You talked about 22%. I mean, last night, Russ, Kendrick Nunn, Pat Bev shot 1 for 25. 1 for 25. Those 3 men make 65 million combined. They are 3 of the top 6 highest paid Lakers. You can't shoot 1 for 25, man. No, they're not going to shoot 1 for 25 every single night. But here's the issue I see is that a night where LeBron and AD play well, and a night where you get numbers out of Lonnie Walker, and a night where guys play hard and actually play defense, throw all of those things out the window because the team shot so poorly from three and overall, right? Like you can do every other thing right. And that one thing, shooting goes wrong and it derailed all of last night. The only thing they can do is make a trade. That's it. That is it. And I've got my thoughts on where they should go, but like they've got to make a trade, man. You can't sit back and say where they're gonna hit their shots. Pat Bev, some of those threes he was hoisting up.
God damn, man. It just it
Uh,
just didn't make sense. Pat Bev and all of his confidence, and that's the reason why he's in the league. And I just find it hilarious that
yep.
that was one of the things that Lakers fans actually brought up was Pat Bev's ability to knock down a three-point shot when he came over. To be honest, I just thought he was all hustle defense and annoying the opposing best team's players. But he came in with a decent three-point reputation. Oh, just how poetic it is that folks come to the Lakers and all of a sudden their three-point shot gets locked into a chest and then it's shot out into the Pacific Ocean. Like I'm a kind of like numb to just watching the Lakers be bricklayers every single game. And this is obviously going back to last year's memory too. Like we're not going to get into, whose specific fault this is when talking about the roster, when it's really a roster construction issue. The Lakers don't have three-point marksmen. LeBron said, yeah, we don't have any snipers. We don't have any deep ball threats, right? They just got guys that can pound the ball, probably work through the pick and roll, be slashers, but ideally they want to get into the paint and they want the ball in their hands so they can mix it up a little bit. I am so tired when I think back about how the Lakers originally built their roster years ago when LeBron James came to the team. They decided to throw out the window that he needed marksmen around him at all times. And they said, we're going to start lightening up LeBron's load. We understand he's starting to get into the twilight of his years. So we want to make it more comfortable for him where he doesn't have the ball in his hands all the time. Wow, was that galaxy brain when you fast forward to the year of our Lord 2022. There's nothing you can do right now except sit and wait for some regression to the mean. Do I think they're going to be a 22% three-point shooting team the whole season?
Mhm.
Nah, probably not. Do I think they'll get to league average? Probably not. So where does that leave us? LeBron's already talking about he's tired, dog. Anthony Davis is flipping over players trying to get rebounds. We know that's a ticking time bomb before that
Yep.
he starts sitting out some games from maintenance, and that's not getting on AD. It's just more so about the truth of the matter is this team is not built to be a three-point shooting team when the entire NBA is still moving towards that direction, brother.
Look, man, you can lighten LeBron's ball handling load when the guys lightening the load are Dwayne Wade and Kyrie Irving. Like when it's Dwayne Wade and Kyrie Irving lightening his ball handling load, perfect. When it's anybody else, man. I mean, hell, even if it was Russell Westbrook 10 years ago, all right. But Russ now, it doesn't make any sense.
It don't
And
make sense.
you look at every single player that was linked to the Lakers over the summertime, every single one. So the shooters, at least, Bogdanovich, Buddy Hield, Cam Reddish, Evan Fournier. You know what they're shooting right now at the start of the
Oh
season?
God.
A combined 48%, 16 for 33. Every player that's a shooter that was linked to the Lakers this summer is shooting 16 for 33 for 48%.
God's funny, man.
Like,
Yeah, funny like
any
that,
one of
bro.
these guys, yo, add two of them, 22% jumps up to at least league average, right? Like, look, man, we know that the Lakers' 2027 and 2029 draft picks are valuable. We know the Lakers don't want to give them up for anything, but unfortunately, due to a number of other trades and things, that's the only thing that they have to give up of value, right? So, my question is, if they're holding on to those picks, I tweeted this yesterday. Rob Pelinka's contract is up in 2026. He may not even be here to even use those
Right.
picks. So then the
Right.
question is it Jeannie that is like, we don't want to move these picks? It could be. She's the owner. But at the same time, if you're going to wait 10 games, I think Eric Pincus kind of alluded to it might be a 20-game thing. Lakers could be, if they're 500, to me, that's a win.
Yeah,
They
right.
could
At this
be
point,
right. But if you're 5-15 and then you want to make a trade, it's too late.
yeah, 1000%. For what? For what then? You wait damn near a quarter of the season, right? I know 20 games isn't exactly a quarter, but you're building no momentum. And right now, with everything going on with the team, obviously there is still the Russell Westbrook dilemma situation, whatever you want to categorize it. Again, we're not here to really even focus on Russ these days. His story has been talked about so many times, everyone's thrown up all over the place. It is now just looking at, are the Lakers really going to sit here in their own shit after an off season of non-progression, right? They got younger, they got smaller, and they got younger, right? And I
Yep.
understand Darvin Ham is a defensive coach and he loves his scrappy junkyard players. And we're seeing some people fit into those molds that are actually contributing, your Lonnie Walkers. But good Lord, bro, it is at the end of the day a roster full of players that when they are hitting their stride, it still might not be enough. Lakers are going to get shot out the gym, and especially if they're not giving 100% effort. That was a great effort game by the Lakers yesterday.
Yep.
We're not
Yep.
in the effort business in LeBron's twilight years. We're not in the effort business when we know Anthony Davis is a bad fall away from sitting out significant time. I need shooters. We need shooters. So I guess let me ask you this as we wrap up, Alex. We have names that the Lakers have been rumored with for months, years, right? Decades, it feels
Yep.
like. Where do you see those picks and the contract of Russell Westbrook getting flipped for so that the return coming back makes you feel more confident in the outlook of the season?
I mean, look, Rob Pelinka used to be Buddy Hield's agent. So I kind of feel like that's where this is all headed, right? Buddy doesn't play defense, but also people have to realize you're not going to get a 6'9" wing that can shoot threes and play defense based on what assets we have. So if you need shooting and you need defense, we have to get one or the other. Buddy Hield can at least shoot, right? Look, I know Miles Turner has injury issues, although I think this latest one, I don't know. I think
Yeah,
that
a little
I'm gonna
fishy,
do
right?
it.
That just came out
Right,
of the ball boy took him out.
right.
I feel you.
But if you're gonna if you're gonna also bring in another center because let's also be honest, our center rotation right now is pretty bad. Miles fills the center rotation, right? And AD can slot back to the four. That's where I think this is headed. But there's also some rumors that Detroit might end up moving Bogdanovich again later on in the season. But
He was
again, do you
shooting
want to
the
wait
lights
20 or
out
30
game
games for
one.
that?
Right, right.
We it's time to be the aggressors, man. Like make a trade, go get a shooter. But I think this is all headed. Indiana and the Lakers are playing a game of chicken. That's where I see this. Unless some other team decides to blow it up, and they probably will because everyone wants Wimby. But I can't. You can't wait to All Star break, dog. It's just that's insane. Got to make a deal, and I think it's headed towards Indiana.
There was a
You
photo
got to
one of
go.
these NBA meme teams, meme Instagram accounts had posted of LeBron would fuck them picks over the side, and Bronny liked it. We all like it, okay? Lakers, the time is ticking. 2 games into
Yep.
the NBA season. I know, I know the franchise, the ownership group, anybody that's responsible for sales would really, really, really start to feel the effects of the Lakers' lack of movement probably right after Christmas. We get to the new year, and this is the same roster, and we're seeing still the inability to shoot threes, the inability of figuring out a role for Russell Westbrook that's actually positive for the basketball team. Folks are going to stop watching the games. All right, these were already threats coming into the season. Folks are going to stop watching, buying, and supporting the Lakers this season if they choose to just sit on their hands and smile and point at LeBron James dunks. Because I guess, at the end of the day, this could just be, looked at as a season of celebrating LeBron. And I don't think any Lakers fans want that to be the only case. So
We've been Lakers fans a long time, and I'll say this: it was one thing supporting the Lakers while Kobe was injured and trying to fight his way back and
mhm.
on his way to retirement. That's one thing. The team was in shambles, but Kobe was fighting to get back on the court. It's another thing supporting the team and paying these ticket prices and all these things. When LeBron is still LeBron, AD is AD, and the team is ass. Like you can't. There's just no way you can spend the money on those tickets and support this team if Lakers ownership is not willing to pony up the money to put a product out on the court. They're taking us for granted.
You got to make a move because this is going to get ugly before it's going to get better. That'll do it for this episode of Late Night Lake Show's Fast Break. Make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Make sure you are following and subscribe to Late Night Lake Show wherever you get your Lakers content. For Alex and Ricky, we'll see you back on the timeline. Peace.
Peace.